Okay, good morning class. So today we're looking at probability. In the previous lesson we marked it as grade 12, it's actually grade 11. Grade 11 probability. So today we're looking at the exercise 12.3. 12.3. So on page 444. So now we're going to look at the application of using Venn diagrams. Okay. So this is exercise 12.3. Number 1. We are told that in a group of 100 grade 11 learners. So the group has 100 grade 11 learners. So the sample space will be okay. Each takes at least one of the three subjects. So each of the 100 takes at least one of the three. So what can be derived from them? That how many will be on the outside? Nothing. Why? Because of that 100, each of them takes part in one of the three subjects. Okay? Make sure that it's in flight mode. Okay. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger. The sample is in behind. Okay. Each take at least one of the three subjects: mathematics, physical science, and history. Okay. So the questions, we are then told 7 takes all three subjects. So that means to say 7 takes history, maths, and physics. So where does the 7 go? In the middle. Okay. 17 takes mathematics and history. Mathematics and history. 17. So in other words, that makes up 17. Can you see that all of this makes up 17? However, we have 7 already accounted for. Not so. So how many will be here? 17. Right. 15 takes mathematics and physics. How many? 15 takes mathematics and physics. So in other words, all of this here is mathematics and physics. But 7 is accounted for, not so. So how many does maths and physical science only? 11 takes physical science and history. 11 takes physical science and history. So this makes up 11. Not so. But 7 is accounted for. So how many takes physical science and history only? 4. As you can see, that adds up to 11. 13 takes history only. History only, 13. So that goes here. And 18 takes physical science only. So 18 goes there. Use a Venn diagram, which is this here, to determine the probability that the learner shows at random takes. So there's one thing that is missing. There's only one that's missing. What is missing? Mathematics only. Not so. Which is this here. So to calculate the mathematics only, M only, is simply going to be 100 minus 8 minus 18 minus 4 minus 11 minus 10 minus 30. Why? Because all these parts adds up to 100. Can you see that? All these parts adds up to 100. So it's going to be 100 minus 8 minus 18 minus 4 minus 7 minus 10. I'm shorting one. 13. Okay, thank you. So for mathematics only, for mathematics only would be 100 minus 8 minus 18 minus 4 minus 7 minus 10 minus 30 gives us 40. So that means to say, oops, that means to say that 40 does mathematics only. Does it make sense? Okay. So there we go. Now we're not going too fast. Sometimes learners have an issue with this, setting up this Venn diagram. Okay. But you guys are most different, no? Right. I'm not going to say how different, but you guys are different. Right. People A. The question says, use your Venn diagram to determine the probability that the learner chosen at random takes mathematics. Now, does it say takes mathematics or take mathematics only? Mathematics. So, if you look at mathematics, all of this here belongs to mathematics. Can you see that? Which is 40 plus 8 plus 7 plus 10. You all understand that? Yes. Okay. So the probability of mathematics will simply be 40 plus 8 plus 7 plus 10, and that is all over. And so we always simplify the probability. Okay. So it's 40 plus 8 plus 7 plus 10 over 100, which is 13 over 20. You can either write it as 13 over 20 or 0.65, or multiplied by 100 I get 65%. Any one of those three will be acceptable in any probability question. Okay? Unless it's specified, you answer in the percentage, or you answer as a fraction, or whatever. But if it's not specified, which is most of the time, you can write it in any way. You guys understand? The B part of the question says calculate the probability of the learner doing science. So, science, physical science, is going to be 8, 18, 4 and 7. Why? Because all that belongs to the set of science. So that's going to be 18 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4, and this is all over 100. It will be 18 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4. That's over 100. Gives you 37 over 100. Okay, somebody was just following that if you're getting the right answer. Alright, you guys understand? Any confusion at this point? So let's carry on with our lives. The next question says, I'll just take this up. C. Okay, now they're becoming picky. Okay? So here we are told some OCD here. C. C says, let's calculate the probability that the learner takes mathematics, science, but not history. So it's mathematics and science. Mathematics and physical science, which is that they're not so, but they say not history. So I'm omitting that. So what are we left with? 8. Okay, so it's going to be 8 out of 100, which is 4 over 50, which is 2 over 25. Okay. Let's look at D. D says the The probability of mathematics or science. So or is the union, it's all of it. So it's going to be 40, 10, 7, 8, that's all mathematics. Physical science 8, 7, 4 and 18. You see that, people? So what are we going to have here? It's going to be 40 plus 10 plus 7 plus 8. Or I could have used A's answer, which was what is this? 65 over 100. Why? Because that is all of that already. I don't have to show it again. Do you guys understand? Plus 18 plus 4. This is all over 100. So it's going to be 40 plus 10 plus 7 plus 8 plus 18 plus 4. So this is all over 100. 87 over 100. Okay. Let's look at E. The question is the probability for mathematics or history. So, mathematics or history. So it's all of this here. Can you see that, people? So it's again this 48, 10 and 7. But now I'm adding 4 and 13. Okay. The probability is simply going to be we have 40 plus 10 plus 7 plus 8 plus 4 plus 13. And this is all over. The only thing is changing is 30, not so. Which is 41 over 50. Is that correct, people?
Yes.
Okay. You all understand it? Otherwise, you could have used the complementary rule there as well, which I've explained in the previous lesson. The full lesson can be found in the description box below. And you apply the complementary rule on E. You see, the only thing that is left out is 18. But we know that 18 plus everything else adds up to 100. So what we say is, the probability will simply be 1 minus the probability of the one that's omitted, which is 18 out of 100. Will you do that? 1 minus, which is 41 over 50. Which is exactly that answer. Okay, so if you understand the complementary rule, it will make life easy for you guys. Okay? Make life easier when it comes to these calculations. Alright, you must remember that those two adds up to always add up to 1. When we add all the parts together, it will always add up to the sample space. Why did I go with 1 minus? Because why? That is the probability of not M or H. Mathematics or history. Okay? Well, that is number 1. Let's look at number 3. Number 3, we are told that the community center offers lessons in cooking, sewing and art. 50 women go to the community center. Let's sort this out here. So what's the sample space? 50. So there are 3 sets. It is cooking, sewing and art. From the group of 25 women who choose to do cooking, so which means to say that plus that plus that plus that is 25. You see that? Okay. Then we are told from the 25 women who choose to do cooking, 8 also choose art and sewing. So where does that go? In the middle. Why? Because of the 25 who chooses cooking, does sewing and art as well. 3 choose cooking only. Where does that go? And it's only. No overlapping, that's it. And 6 chose. Do the pauses. Okay, so sorry about that. It's not load shedding. Okay, so at this point we are looking at 8 chose art and sewing. Then we also 3 chose cooking only and 6 chose sewing but not art. So 6 chose sewing but not art. So 6 is here. Can you see that, people? Let's look at the next question, the next information bullet. 20 in a row for sewing and art. So sewing and art. So this here is 20. How much is accounted for? How much is accounted for of this 20? 20 in a row for sewing and art. So 12. If it had said 20 the roll for sewing and art only, then I would put 20 in. You see the difference? Okay? If it had said sewing and art only, 20 would have gone in. There are a total of 35 women who are in the roll for art. So that's going to be 35. Which means to say what? This plus that plus that plus that is 35. We are then told to use a Venn diagram to illustrate this information and then determine the probability. If one woman from the group is chosen at random, she would have enrolled in, and then the categories are given. So looking here, what can be determined? Art and cooking. Are you going to do that? Because 3 plus 6 plus 8 adds up to 25. Can you see that? So in other words, 25 minus 3 minus 6 minus 8 gives us 8. That means to say 8 does cooking and art only. What else can be calculated? Art only. So now we've got that 8, so we can calculate this here. So how many does art? 35. So 35 minus 8 minus 8 minus 12 gives us 7. Which means to say 7 chose art only. A community center offers lessons in cooking, sewing and art. 50 women go to the community center and enroll in at least one course. What information does that give us? There's nobody on the outside. Can you see that, people? So now that means to say we can calculate how many does sewing only. Why? Because 3 plus 6 plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 12 plus this unknown adds up to 50. So it's going to be 50 minus, this adds up to what? 25. Minus 12 minus 7. You all agree with that? Gives us 6. You all agree with that? Or we could have said it's 50 minus, that adds up to 35. Minus 3 minus 6. Should give me 6 anyway. Okay. So let's answer the other part of the question. This is number 3. No? The first question says, or A, we are told, calculate the probability that the person chosen at random has enrolled in cooking and art but not sewing. Cooking and art but not sewing. Cooking and art but not sewing. So you're omitting sewing. So that is cooking and art, but you're taking out sewing. You understand, people? So it's going to be 8 over 50, which is 4 over 25. Let's look at B. Sewing or off. Or means union. You see that, people? So it's all of this here. Okay? So it's going to simply be the probability is equal to 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 12 plus 7 plus 8. And this all over 50. Why could I have used the complementary rule? Why? Because that is the only one omitted. Can you see that, people? It should give me 47 over 50. So 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 12 plus 7 plus 8. And it's all over 50. 47 over 50. Or I could have used the complementary, which is 1 minus everything other than sewing and art, which is 3 out of 50, which is 47. Okay? Let's go to the next question. CD. C says sewing. Did it say sewing only? No. So if it just says sewing, the probability of sewing, so it's going to be everything in sewing. Not so. So it's going to be 6 plus 6 plus 8 plus 12. And that's over 50. There's 26 is 32 out of 50, which is 16 out of 25. You guys understand? D. D says sewing only. So sewing only is 6. So it's going to be 6 out of 50, which is 3 out of. Is that it, people? Very simple, no? Any confusion here? Let's look at number 5. In number 5, we are told that in a supermarket of 42 employees. What does that mean? 42 for the sample space. And a total of 42 people in the questionnaire. We got English, Zulu, and Afrikaans. Okay, so 42. 42. 24 speaks English. You see, there's no condition given there. So 24 is there. So that plus that plus that plus that is 24. Then 20 speaks is Zulu. So 20. I'm going to make some. This is Zulu is 20, which means to say that plus that plus that plus that is 20. Okay? 16 speaks Afrikaans. So, where am I now? 8 speaks that. 6 speaks. No, did I miss something? 16 speaks Afrikaans. Sorry, I'm missing that. 16. Which means to say that plus that plus that plus that adds up to 16. Now let's read from here. 8 speaks both English and Zulu. English and Zulu is 8. So this plus that adds up to 8. Can you see? Both adds up to 8. So what I do is I just make a little marking there and I put 8 so that I know that that is 8. 6 speaks is Zulu and Afrikaans. How many? 6. So these two adds up to 6, not so? Just put there 6. And then 6 speaks. 7 speaks both Afrikaans and 7 speaks English and Afrikaans. So that plus that adds up to 7. Okay. So now, and everyone speaks at least one of the 3 languages. What does that mean? Nobody's on the outside. You see that, people? The question says, use your Venn diagram to determine the number of employees who speaks. Okay. So firstly, I must fill in this information. Alright, so what I do is, I say let
Good afternoon, I have your attention.
x equal the number
Following learners can please report to the
of people
collection.
who does English,
Andrew Masabeni
isiZulu,
and Mizan
and
Bharati.
Afrikaans.
Then the following learners to the
Okay.
same as Nonkamazaki now.
So this will be now x. So if these two adds up to 6.
Pasaflaki,
Okay, this way.
Imanati, Shlonela, and Siolise. Those 4 learners can see Ms. Nonkamazaki now during break. Thank you.
Okay, so if these two adds up to 6, and this is x, what would this be in terms of x? 6 minus x. Not so. If this is 7, and this is x, what is this? 7 minus x. Okay. So this part is 8. So it'll be 8 minus x. You all agree with that? Right. Now, if we look at this here now, we know that this unknown, that E unknown, plus 7 minus x, plus x, plus 8 minus x, adds up to 24. So this unknown E is going to be, that cancels. So it's 24 minus 8 minus 7. It gives us 9. So it's 9 plus x. You all agree with that? Shouldn't be longer than 5 minutes. Okay. Now, this unknown is Zulu. Plus 8 minus x. Plus x. Plus 6 minus x is equal to 20. That cancels. That unknown for x is Zulu. It's going to be 20 minus 8 is 12, minus 6 is 6, plus x. Okay? Let me work out the last one. Okay? So the unknown in Afrikaans, the Afrikaans only, plus 6 minus x plus 7 minus x adds up to 16. That cancels. So the unknown for Afrikaans is equal to 16 minus 6 is 10. 10 minus 7 is 3 plus 6. Okay. Now since we have that, we can now say that all of this here adds up to, I take all the spots and add it up, what must I get? 42. Can you see that, people? So what I say? What does this add up to, people? All of that? 24. So I say 24 plus. So all of that's accounted for. 6 plus x plus 6 minus x plus 3 plus x adds up to 42, because that is just sample. That x and that x cancels. So 24 plus 6 is 30. 36, 39. So x is equal to 42 minus 39, which gives an answer of 3. You see that? So now, we can work everything else out now. What is 9 plus 3? 12. What's 8 minus 3? 5. What is 6 plus 3? 9. What is x? 3. What is 6 minus 3? 3. 3 plus 3? 6. 7 minus 3? 4. There we go. So let's look at the question now. Question says, by using the Venn diagram, find the number of employees you speak. Here the question is not for the probability. Question is all three languages. So how many speaks all three languages? Check if that answer is correct. Afrikaans only. 6. That's all. So what I will do in my next lesson, I will record number 7, and then for the rest we will leave the next two exercises, which is 12.3 and 12.4 and 12.5. We will enjoy the rest of your day. Good afternoon, class. Okay, so for number 5, we just completed number 5. Number 7. So we are asked to copy the Venn diagram on the next page, which is this one here, the Venn diagram, and complete the diagram by filling in the number of cards in each area of the diagram and answer the following questions, which is based on the standard pack of 52 playing cards. Okay, so what we have is S, which is the pack of playing cards. This is the sample. P is your picture cards, R is your red cards, and D is your diamonds. So what happens is, I know I have written it out in the previous lesson, but for your club, oops, so your clubs, we got one ace, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and then for your spades, you have the same. So it's ace, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. Okay, and then for your diamonds, you've got ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King. And then for your hearts, you've got ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen. Now okay, good afternoon. So in our last lesson we didn't manage to wrap up the last one, as I said I was going to, but there was too many learners in and out of the classes during the break. Okay, people, we're looking at that last one of exercise, last sum of exercise 12.3. Sorry, 12.3. Okay, so something to note at this point is that we are to copy the Venn diagram drawn on the next page, which is this here. Okay, so taking it forward. Complete by filling in the number of cards in each area of the diagram and answer the following questions, which is based on the standard pack of playing cards. Now, the standard pack of playing cards, people, is cards. It is your clubs, your spades, your diamonds, and your hearts. Okay. So some textbooks uses Jack, Queen, King as your picture cards, while others uses Ace, Jack, Queen, King as your picture card. In this particular textbook, it uses Ace, Jack, Queen, King as your picture cards. Okay. Ace is your sample space, or the pack of playing cards, whilst P is your picture card, R is denoted to be your red card, and D is your diamonds. Okay. The diamonds are for everyone who's not. That's what we are told. Okay, but anyway, so here we are told, the question says, how many cards will there be in all three circles? So in other words, a card must be a picture card, it must be a red card, and it must be a diamond card. So for it to be pictures, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 pictures. And it must be red. which is all of those things. Not so. And it must be a diamond. So it's only, and it must be a diamond. Can you see? So the cards that adheres to all of the conditions is only 4 of them. It's a picture card, it's a diamond card, and it's red. So for all 3 conditions to be met, there are 4 of those cards. You guys understand? Where would that 4 go? It will go in the middle. Okay. Let's look at the next one. So the first answer is 4. No? Number 2. How many cards are there in R and P but not D? So it's in red, picture, but not diamond. So it's a red. So it's not diamond, so we're taking this out. So it's a red picture. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see that, people? You will understand. So it's going to be a red picture, not diamond, 4. Then, how many cards are in P and D? P and D, but not R. So it's picture, diamond, not red. Because all the diamond cards are red. So it's 0 there. Verstaan julle? Right. Last question. How many cards are in P but not R or D? So it's in P but not R or D. So it's only a picture card. So in other words, how many cards are in P but not R or D? So red is R, and P is diamonds. You're cutting out diamonds. You're cutting out R, which is red, and it must be a picture card. So how many picture cards are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8 picture cards there. You understand, people? So it's going to be 8. Let's check if that's correct. Now let's follow. Okay. Is it correct? Let's carry on with the lives. B. B, we are told, if a card is drawn at random, this makes it a bit smaller. If a card is drawn at random from the pack, determine the probability that the card will be. So in the first case, the card will be a picture but not a diamond. It's a picture but not a diamond. So how many picture non-diamonds are there? It's a picture but not a diamond. A red picture card but not a diamond. A red picture is going to be 4. Is that correct? 4 over 52, which is 1 out of 30. You can check here as well. You are omitting diamonds and it's a red picture. So those are the 4 options you can consider. Okay. You all agree with that? Alright. Let's go to the next one. Number 2. Number 2. A black picture card. So it must be, it can't be red. So it must be black picture. Which is 8. So it's going to be 8 out of 52, which is 2 out of 30. Just check if that's correct, no? Yes, okay. Number 3. A black card that's not a picture card. A black card that is not a picture card. Black, not a picture. So you're omitting those ones. So we leave to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Times 2 is 18. It's 18 out of 52, which is 9 out of? Check if that's correct. Last one, number 4. A red card that is not the picture card. A red card that's not the picture. So how many red cards are there? There are 26 red cards. Not so. It's a red card that is not the picture card. 18. Yeah, because the red cards are 26, not so. And you have accounted for 8. So it's going to be 26 minus 8, which gives you 18. Otherwise, you could have counted here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then times 2 is 18. So it's 18 out of 52, which is 9 out of. Is both these answers the same? Huh? They're asking the same thing, basically. Not so? Right. Any other confusion there? No. So that is the end of exercise 12.3, odd numbers, on page 104. We're going to go straight into exercise 12.4, the odd numbers.